In a sense, it's something along the lines of Jenny or Dash how
because he's walked around.
they're very, very small. They're just little knives, they're slim. And he wrote his very, in a sense, it's something along the lines of Jenny or Dash how he's very spare. And it's not hard to understand. And you pick up, very, it's really type it in. It's both an English foreign and French English. You go through that book and then you get another one. And it started, his very first was, you do them, as you wrote them. You possibly expect from a lot of these courses. And then, you'll probably...
Whatever I could sit above my
and you get a chance to mull over, the sentence of all sides of it.
Like in our apartment, you can't,
there's a lot of layers underneath it.
Are you trying to stop? There's a meeting scheduled for you. I don't know where the meeting will be, and I won't be at it because I'll be in town.
So welcome to Ladmore and Ladmore II, an exhibition of paintings by Laurie and David Ladmore. This is our second show together, and we plan to do a whole series of these shows, and it's showing our most recent work. David's been working on a series of woodlands. I've been doing floral paintings, kind of floral abstracts, and I have some of my older work too. Anything you'd like to say?
That was pretty good.
Was that correct?
Yeah, a lot of this is recent work. It's great to see it out like this. My place is really pretty dark, and you don't get to see it from a distance, which is nice.
And this is better lighting.
Yeah, it's a great location. Intimate. You don't have to walk far.
A lot of our friends came down, so we get to see our friends.
All of our friends came.
I think all of our friends came. Yeah.
And the work Laurie's and mine, there's a nice kind of counterpoint to it because she can, she paints from the guts, I suppose. She paints how I would like to paint. It's just kind of comes straight out, and what you see is 100% Laurie in these paintings. There's no mistaking that that's Laurie. On the other hand, with mine as well, they're kind of dark and morose and
well, in a poetic way. I like to think of them as kind of dark poetry, especially the forest ones. Yeah. And I'm a great fan of David's work, so it's just a mutual admiration society here. And then we're also showing some of David's earlier work, which are the figurative watercolors, and we have some etchings and monotypes because David did a lot of printmaking. So it's just kind of a medley of work. And I think most of our shows are going to be like this. We tend to go for a little bit into overkill with jamming a lot of paintings in, but that's just us.
Yeah, we had to really be strained about what we bought here. I mean, it looks pretty packed, but it barely made a dent in what we got.
Well, I think it's because when you do get a chance to get it outside of the studio, then you just kind of want to bring as much as you can out, because a lot of the time it's not really getting seen, so you just you want to put it out there, and it's nice to get feedback. It's just nice to get some other eyeballs on it, because it's all part of the creative cycle. You can bring these things out, but ideally, in the end, they're meant to be seen by other people, and be in other people's homes, hopefully, and just kind of complete that creative cycle. We can't store them all anyway, so we need people to.
No, we're just
yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But also looking at them like this, especially with good light on them, it's really quite an education, because there's a lot of times there's stuff in there that I didn't see, and there's also stuff in there that I probably wished I didn't see. You know, it's a different light, and it really brings out all the colours and all the mistakes. You know, so it really is a very interesting film. Very interesting.
And I guess our next Ladmore and Ladmore is going to be in June at the Cedar Hill Rec Centre at the Gallery Cafe. So that's going to be Ladmore and Ladmore III. That would be our next one.
Fabulous.
Fabulous, yeah. Fabulous Ladmores. And maybe circus tricks and stuff. And I think we're also going to have a show at the Muse Winery, a group show in April. As far as I know, it's still on. I have to touch base with the other artists. But we have a friend of ours, Tony Bounsell, is going to be in it, David Hunwick. I'm not sure. I think there's a couple other artists. I haven't heard all the details of that one. But we've got, I think, something in April at the Muse Winery. But for sure, Ladmore and Ladmore III, Cedar Hill Gallery Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard from him again, and I never pursued it with him, but I've been doing a lot of modeling.
Yeah, what is it?
But those spending so much money, I can't.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Do you want some help getting these over to my house?
It was a really fast way.
That's how I feel. No, I have nothing else.
We all took Chris Terrell's workshop on
This April will be 3 years.
Sort of doing most of the vulnerable stuff, and then doing but I want to
And of course, as you said,
I really like You will. I will. I've got 2 weeks. Yeah. I've got this March. It's this March. It's in June. I'm not really worried because I have time that was
but somehow or other, wasn't part of that, but still, when I arrived here, it happened immediately.
After she runs the net.
I feel that a couple pages after making on them, and then page made, or he's done more. He's done a few more otherwise.